Right, welcome to this Tactics as Showcase video for Drukhari. I'm going to cover one of the firepower based units here. It's the Ravager. I have one of them in my Drukhari army, maybe contemplating getting more. In this video it will be a showcase video, so we'll take a look at the model one that I have painted up, and then we'll take a look at the unit itself, focusing on the rules, maybe roll up some dice to give you an example of how they can be used in your games of 40k as well. So this is the one that I have here. I think it's a great model. It's very, very cool. So armed with the 3 heavier weapons here. Like so. I'll zoom in because you can see all the crew here and the work that's been done on this model. So there it is. I'll rotate it over so you can see how it's been painted. It's all the bronze work underneath. And see this sort of shimmering panel work here. It's been sprayed silver, and then blue wash and green wash over the tops. 2 of the washes being used, and then the edges picked out with the silver. I'll show you the technique in the in-depth painting tutorial over on the Plus channel. Paint up one of the venoms, and it's the same process used just there. And then this split colour scheme that you can see, green on one side and blue on the other. Repeated that like on the Reavers, same kind of idea. And all the armour here for the crew painted the same, so it's all this kind of alien metallic kind of look. It's slightly inspired by Star Trek, Nemesis, I think, with some of the spacecraft on that, if I remember right. It's chameleon-y kind of metallic. Just wanted an off-world alien sort of feel about it, not your standard sort of metallic, but something with a strange glimmer about it. It's nice to have the whole army painted up in that scheme. And then this bronze colour just here as well. So there it is. We'll zoom out, take a look at the rules now for the Ravager. So it's a heavy support choice, and obviously it's firepower you're going for, and I think that's an important element of a Drukhari army. You need units that are going to be able to soften up the opponent as the assaulty parts of your army close in. You can't just keep trying to attack a full strength gun line. You've got to do something to pick out key targets and try and reduce the amount of firepower that the opponent has. So Ravager's good for that kind of work. And we'll cover the rules here. Power level 7. Movement 14. So it's quick if it needs to move. Ballistic skill of 3+, and 3 attacks. Weapon skill 4+. Strength 6, toughness 6. It's not going to be as tough as a tank, so you can't expect it to survive like your standard tank here, but it's okay. 10 wounds, leadership 7, and a 4-up save. So it's a fair bit weaker than the standard tank. 4-up save is not very good. 10 wounds is okay, sort of a minimum really for a tank, and then toughness 6 not so good either, so vulnerable to things like autocannon, firepower and so on. Ravagers, the thing is you're saving points. These things aren't too expensive compared to other vehicles. So your 2 options then, actually comes with blade veins here actually, 4+, so but you're not really looking for close combat with these things. It's hovering, so it has the fly keyword, which means if you do find yourself caught out in close combat, you can pull out and still shoot, which is very, very useful. It does have a 5+ invuln save, so every now and then you're going to be able to survive a nasty shot coming through a las cannon and so on, bounce off when you roll up that 5+ invuln. So it's 2 options to go for. I used to say Dark Lance was the way to go, but now the Disintegrator Cannon is a superb weapon as well. Both of these are definite options for sure. Definitely seeing the benefit of the Disintegrator Cannon. It's a nasty weapon. Dark Lance then, range 36, heavy 1, strength 8. So average vehicle on previous twins, average toughness 7 vehicle. AP -4, it bites a nice chunk off the armour. The average 3+ save vehicle is just not going to get saved at all, which is excellent. D6 damage is a bit random with the results. You sort of need multiple wounds from this kind of weapon coming through to really try and take a vehicle down. And then changes weapons type from heavy to assault if it's equipped on a vehicle. So great news if you're going to move with this. then there's no minus to the hit roll because you're firing a heavy weapon. It counts as assault. It also means you can move in advance and still fire at -1 to hit. So it's great they've put that in, that it actually becomes an assault weapon. Now, the other consideration, I'll just get an idea on points here. So, Ravager, 80 points to start off with, very, very cheap. Then you go for your Dark Lance, 20 points a time. So 140 points in total. It's not bad. It's okay, not too bad really. If it's lost in a game, you know, the 2,000 point army, it's not a major blow. The Disintegrator Cannon is 15. It is a bit cheaper. So you're going to be paying 125 points, so that's very cheap. I'd rate it, it's same range 36. Assault 3, especially with Primaris armies out there. Assault 3, and remember you got 3 of them, so you're getting 9 shots from this vehicle. Strength 5, so your heavy infantry usually it's going to be 3s to wound. AP -3, you're going to rip a chunk out of the armour, and it's 2 damage as well. I think its firepower is brilliant. If you do need to fire a vehicle, there's a fair chance you're going to pick up some wounds and do some damage there. So you can go for vehicle equipment. I don't really. We'll look at it here, but I don't think it's going to be that helpful here. So you can go for chain snares. I'll cover it here. It's 2 points for chain snares. Find yourself with a few spare points, you can go for some of these. Hero hit rolls the one for model with chain snares when it attacks with its blade veins. I mean, is that really going to be useful? Not really. So, no. Grizzly trophies. Roll a d6 each time model flees within 6 inches of any models with grizzly trophies. For each 6, 1 additional model flees. That's so. Oh, no, not really. And then Phantasm Grenade Launcher cannot be equipped on a Venom, but Phantasm Grenade Launcher here, which will cost just 3 points. And it's a shooting weapon. Range 18, Assault D3, Strength 1, AP 0-1 damage. If unit is hit by one or more Phantasm Grenade Launchers, -1 for leadership characteristic until the end of the turn. Again, not very significant with that one. And then a Shock Prow here, which will cost just 1 point. And be under melee. Strength for the user. The bearer can only make a single attack with this weapon each time it fights. If the bearer charges this turn, this weapon has a damage characteristic of D3 instead of 1. And it's strength for the user, strength 6, AP -1, D3 damage if it charged. So it's okay, but nothing really to be scared of again. So as I said, I probably wouldn't really bother with any of those just to keep the points down and spend on other things. So the enhancements then, with its firepower, just to mention, you can position these with your Archon. The Archon is the Overlord here. Reroll hit rolls are 1 for any cardboard units within 6 inches of this model. So reroll 1s, 3s to hit rerolling 1s. That is very, very useful. And if you've got like 2 or 3 of these, very, very useful to have an Archon nearby. Granted, reroll 1s really does make the firepower much, much more reliable. So I think that's well worth doing. And then your Carball as well can definitely help. There's 4 of them to choose from here. First, for power, units of this obsession have the power from pain ability. Treat the current battle round as being 1 higher than it actually is. It's helpful for units of infantry and jet bikers and so on. But this one, Slave from the Skies, this Carball of the Flayed Skull. Add 3 to the movement characteristic of models of this obsession that can fly, so that'll help. You can move a bit quicker. In addition, enemy units do not receive the benefit for the same throws of being in cover against attacks made by models of this obsession that can fly. So again, it's going to help ignore cover, or embarked on a transport that can fly. Real hit rolls of 1 for such models when attacking with rapid fire weapons. So it's not going to help because it's assault weapons with these. Serpent's Kiss for a couple of the poison tongue. Reroll wound rolls of 1 for melee weapons and poisoned weapons used by models of this obsession. And then Flawless Workmanship. This is the one I've considered here for a couple of the Obsidian Rows. The range characteristic of all assault, rapid fire and heavy weapons by which this obsession is increased by 6. So going from range 36 to range 42. I think that's worth it. You're able to strike the opponent at long range but stay out of range of much of their firepower. It's a great way of trying to keep units like this alive. So those are the kind of bonuses I'm thinking of here. If you know of any others, you're an experienced Drukhari player, and I know these are popular with Dark Eldar players, then by all means share your experience of these. Or even maybe you've been the victim of a Drukhari raid and you've seen how effective these can be. Maybe give a report of how you've fared against such units in games. But I'm going to line up some firepower with this. We'll try both configurations just to give you an idea of what to expect. So it's this kind of target is the prime kind of target here for this thing to take out if you go for the disintegrator cannons. This is really kind of I'm looking to really do some damage to. So I'm just one short here. There we go. So 9 shots, 3s to hit. Or pretend there's no Archon, just raw firepower as it comes. So that is excellent. That one's missed, and if there was an Archon, could reroll. That one's an excellent round of shooting. 3s to wound. Yeah, that's exactly the result I was looking for. AP -3, 6s to save 1. Almost wiped out that squad. Brilliant, brilliant result. It's a bane for heavy infantry, and especially for Primaris type models. We'll go again. 3s to hit. Look at that, 111. Need the Archon. 3s to wound. It's not bad. 6s. Save 1. 2 brought down. It's okay. You know, 1 turn after the next. I think you bring units down pretty good. 3s. Look at that. Right. Note to self. Archon for firepower. Look at that. 3s to wound. Now, what would that have been? Let's just say the Archon was nearby. It's terrible, but would have resulted in another wound coming through. 6s to save. Double 6. That doesn't usually happen. Now we'll go for one more round here. 3s. Again, look at that 111. 3s to wound. All of them. Might get the wipe out here. Save 1. 5 failed. Squad wiped out. Absolutely fantastic result. Squad deleted. 85 points. Primaris Marines gone. Some very effective disintegrator cannon firepower. Brilliant. Okay, so Dark Lance then. This is the one I used to go for. See the disintegrator cannon? I've just seen that. It was causing casualties every turn. It's just taking stuff out. And it's a really good firepower. Dark Lance. A bit more volatile. I'm trying to get these hits. This is a problem. 2 have missed. 3s to wound. Wound comes through. AP -4. D6 damage. It's 5. Half destroyed the Rhino there with that firepower. Not too bad. Fire again. Same. This is a problem. 3s to wound. Got the wound and 6 damage this time. 3s to hit. 3s to wound. Yeah, both have got through. D6. This is nice. And 5 damage though. See how volatile the D6 result is as well. 3s. 3s. Just the 1. And the damage is 6 again. Okay. So you can see that pretty good. Putting out some damage by itself. It's not going to take out a tank. It needs a bit of help. But if you're starting to have a couple of these, you know, I can imagine even 2 or 3 of them working together, ganging up on targets, you should be able to take out a tank a turn with them. And then with an Archon in the middle, it's a nice reliable firepower. So, you know, it's quick enough to keep up with your attack if you want it to move up. Or you can hang it back and form a bit of a gun line to lend some fire support as other units go in for the kill. By itself, it's not that deadly. but you start getting multiple Ravagers working together, get an Archon nearby, all of a sudden that's a decent base of firepower that you can use, and they're not too expensive. But either of those two options, I think the Dark Lancers are decent enough. Depending on what you need, if you need a bit of anti-heavy infantry, then a disintegrator cannon, I think, is an excellent weapon. And you take 3 of them, all of a sudden, some nasty firepower available. So there it is. That's the Tactica and Showcase here for the Ravager. I've got 1 in my army. Maybe get some more of these. I think their firepower is pretty good. Check out the comment section below, see what other Drukhari players are saying, and leave your own experience, comments and feedback as well. And check out the painting tutorial here on YouTube, in-depth painting tutorial over on the Plus channel, battle reports on both channels as well. And hopefully in not so distant future we'll see the Drukhari make a return. We'll have them raiding again the different factions on the channel. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.